Hello wonderful peoples, welcome back to Theoisback. Thank you again for clicking on this video. Welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Do you wanna dance?
So recently I switched to an all plant-based diet, also known as a vegan diet. As part of my vegan journey, I've been doing more and more research about the kind of foods I'm eating and what I put into my body. And one of the things that have been going through my mind is eggs. Are they healthy or not? You see, vegans say no, animal eaters say yes, and I'm a former animal eater, I will admit, and vegetarians are kind of quiet about it. So in today's video, we're going to look about it and see what does the science say. Let's find out. First of all, where do eggs come from? Well, they come from chicken, more specifically female chickens, which are called hens. They menstruate about once a month and lay an egg at the end of the menstruation. And then we steal that egg. This makes the hen instinctively want to lay even more eggs, and we steal even more eggs from it. This process has been going on for many years now. Today's hens have been selectively bred and genetically modified in a way that they lay 300% more eggs than they used to, even the chickens on the free-range sides. So that comes to about 1 egg a day, instead of 1 egg a month like the wild hens do. Imagine if women would menstruate every day. Anyway, these stolen eggs make their way to our supermarkets and they are sold to us as nutritious breakfast. But are they though? The American Egg Board, an organization which focuses on the marketing and promotion of eggs for human consumption, has been prohibited by law to market eggs as healthy, nutritious, or even safe for human consumption because this will be misleading. And who said this? The United States Department of Agriculture, the USDA. By the way, Americans don't have a healthy diet on average, so if they deem something unhealthy, best believe it is very unhealthy. Two things went through my mind. First of all, did you know that there existed something as an American Egg Board? I mean, I searched for the broccoli board and the lettuce board, but I could not find them. And secondly, if eggs are not allowed to be marketed as healthy or safe, why do we still eat them today? There are only 3 reasons that I can think of why we still eat eggs today. One is because they are delicious. This is true, but it is also ignorance for other alternatives. Second is we have always eaten eggs. Old habits die hard, I will admit. And the third is because the internet says so. Misinformation. Or like Donald Trump would say, fake news, ladies and gentlemen, fake news. We get our information from the World Wide Web, and when you search this topic, you will mostly find internet posts like this, usually without any scientific references on them. But let us look at a random post of someone who dares shows his face and uses scientific references. This is an old video of Omar Isaf, a great YouTuber I have been following for many years now and who puts out great content.
Eggs are not good for you. They're great for you. You see, one of the biggest bullshit myths in fitness is actually that eggs are bad for you. Eggs are supposedly bad for you. They'd say this about 40 years ago, 30 years ago. Eggs are bad for you because they contain fat. And fat makes you fat, which is also bullshit. McDonald's and Big Macs make you fat. Fat doesn't make you fat. Before you suspect that any bro science is going on, I'm just talking out of my ass, I've painstakingly compiled a whole bunch of research and data that definitively proves that eggs consumed in moderate quantities are not bad for you at all. And if anything, they're very healthy for you. So check out the links in the description. They're very informative, very helpful, and I think this will settle the egg debacle.
Okay, as you can see here, most of the studies he cited here are quite old. Let us look at this more recent one and remember this name. And just for fun, I have added 2 of my own articles with opposing views that we're going to look at. So, according to this study, up to 7 eggs per week can be safely consumed with a healthy lifestyle if you don't already have any cardiovascular diseases or type 2 diabetes. And this study found that consumption of 3 eggs per week clogged up your arteries as much as 2/3 of someone who smoked 5 cigarettes a day for 15 years. What? Anyway, so which side should one choose? One of the things that I learned from the documentary, What the Health, is to follow the money. So let us follow the money here. So after doing some further digging, I found that this study that said that you can eat eggs safely was funded by the Danish egg industry. And my man Omar Isaf cited this article by this author who has published a lot of papers, and mostly about the consumption of animal products, but has also received more than $2 million from food and pharmaceutical companies. That's a lot of money. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many false claims that have been published by industry-funded articles with poor study designs, and weird conspiracy acts that have been going on against non-animal products such as just mayo or non-dairy milk. There's just so much fishy things going on with the food companies, and the more I research about it, the angrier I get actually. I have been trying to live a healthy lifestyle, but I've never been explicitly warned about the health risks of eggs. I feel almost betrayed by our government bodies who are supposed to be protecting us, its citizens. Why do we have such huge health warnings on cigarette packages, but nothing on a box of eggs? Like seriously, why? I mean, this is not that hard to make, is it? By the way, this other study that compared smoking cigarettes to eating eggs was a non-industry funded study. If you make a list of the things why we eat eggs and you compare it to it why we shouldn't eat eggs, this list becomes dangerously long. And I am stunned that this list is not being published everywhere and put on every egg carton. The eggs are stolen from hens who have been genetically modified to menstruate daily, are then sold without listing the health warnings such as diabetes, atherosclerosis, heart attacks, cancer, salmonella poisoning, and the supporting of animal cruelty. And they are heavily promoted by a weird American board. So coming back to the main question, are eggs healthy? Well, they are kind of not healthy. So this video is not to bash on anyone eating eggs. If you look at me, about a month ago, I was probably also eating eggs. I just feel bad that this kind of information about eggs has not been spread out there and is not readily available and on every package like you would do on anything else that has such huge health risk. The more research I do about this whole industry, the more I get angry, and I feel like I want to share it to people out there who are also ignorant about this topic like I was. Anyway, so let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about this whole egg industry? Do you still eat eggs? And I would like to thank you for watching, and see you next time. By the way, do you know what happens to the chicken after they can't lay any eggs anymore?